Hi, welcome back to the channel. Now standing behind me is a really special car. It's a pretty old car. Now a few days ago we was working on a car and a friend of the family pulled up in this and said, can I do a detail on this car? And the answer was no. Now I wasn't being rude. There's apparent reasons that I'll show you when I show you around the car as to why you can't do a detail on this car, but we can do a bit of a spring clean. So I said I'll give the car a bit of a spruce up for you. But when I looked at the car, I thought to myself, as this channel is all about cars, I wanted to put this on the channel because there's a few things that are special about this car, as will be apparent as we go around the car. So I'm Pete Austin and this is all about cars. Now take a look at the car and then we'll take a walk around. So as you can see, this is a C-Class C280. Now it's a 1995 model year and it's probably not in the best of condition, but it is a solid car, and there's something about this car that I just needed to show you. So in a moment we'll have a look around and I'll tell you why I think this car is a little bit special. Let's take a look around. Elegant. Maybe it was when it was first introduced. Now, the Mercedes C-Class was introduced in 1993, taken over from the Mercedes 190, and obviously the C-Class is still going today. Now, what's special, I wouldn't say special, but what's obvious about this car is it's solid. They used good gauge metal in those days. It's got chrome trim, colour coded mirrors, and here's why we can't do a detail on the car. If you take a look at the paintwork, it looks like it's been sunbathing on a beach without putting its factor 30 on. And that's probably a good way of describing what has happened to the paintwork. Now obviously the bonnet gets hot, the sun is burning down, I can feel it on here now, and when that happens the clear coat separates from the colour coat and you get your peeling. So how do you stop something like that? Well, simply by keeping the car nice and clean, washed regularly and polished regularly. That definitely would help in stopping the peel on your cars. There's lots of other reasons as to why this happens. It could be poor preparation in the factory, but mainly heat is a good cause. The UV rays from the sun will separate the top layer from the base coat or from the colour coat, and like I say, the best way to keep your skin good is to moisturise it. So same with a car, keep the paintwork nice and clean and polish it now and then, and that should definitely help. So when you look at the paintwork on this, that is obviously the reason why I said this couldn't be detailed, because there's nothing there to detail. All the clear coat has gone. So the only way this bonnet could look good again, unfortunately, is to have a complete new respray. Now take a look at this dent. Look at that. Now it's what I was saying about how solid these cars are. Look at that dent. Now you're not going to get that out with a bridge glue and pull it out. That's going to have to be done the old fashioned way with the old flat hammer and dolly and some really good panel beating skills. Now let's have a look at the rust, as we'd expect, on the wheel arch, around the bumper, around here, typical of its age. And again up here, well, that's not too bad. Did notice some on the other side. Let's have another look. Yeah, this wheel arch is completely gone, but can be repaired. Yeah, that could easily be repaired by a good panel shop. So if you wanted to spend some money on this particular car, you could get it looking really good. Let's take a look inside. Now bear in mind this is a 1995 car and it oozes quality for the time of year. Now obviously you got your radio cassette there. You can imagine in the day Duran Duran was blasting out. The Pretending Mud, but overall it's good quality, a soft material, good quality interior considered compared to the other cars of the day. Obviously this was Mercedes entry-level car at the time in 1995, well in 1993, but if you was to pull up in your place of work in one of these back in 1995, then I can guarantee someone would think you've either married the boss's daughter or won the lottery. You pull up along a Fiesta, a Maestro or a Rover 216, and then you get out of this and you'd need some money to be able to afford one of these. It wasn't your average car like it is today. Now back in the day, back in those days, to be able to have a car of this quality, you'd need to spend a good bit of money. Now we have PCP agreements, so really Mercedes, BMWs, your top brand cars are more attainable to many people compared to what there was in 1995. So it takes the shine, if you like, off owning a prestige car. They're just more and more attainable in today's world. Now, driving back in 1995 and you got yourself a Ford Capri or Ford Granada, that was a pretty good car to have. But a Mercedes, a Merc, wow. Not everybody would be driving these little cars, even though it was the entry level. Now, it's quite a speedy little car for the year. I think 190 brake horsepower, 2.8 engine, and this would be one of the proper nice cars to have of the day, I can tell you. But things have changed so much. What have we got today? We've got plastic bottle clones of each other, and then I put batteries in them. It's just taken the shine off owning a car. There's no sort of, I want that car, look at that, that's a brilliant car. They all look the same. In order for manufacturers to make money these days, they all share the same parts and put different badges on them. So for instance, a Peugeot 208 and the gear selector in one of those is exactly the same as in a Vauxhall Corsa. So you pretty much, when you look at it, are getting pretty much the same car. And it takes away the individuality of cars these days. And really, the choice is what different shape of a body on the outside do you want, because the rest of it is all the same. So yeah, back in the day, this car would have been a really nice car to own, and that's what I think is special about this particular car. It set itself off against the rest of the pack. Now also, when you look at things, when you look at cars these days and the way the PCP agreements are, we've literally got a throwaway society in cars. It used to be your TVs, your videos and computers, get the latest version. Now it's the same with cars. Have it a couple of years and the only difference you go think of is have a different colour so that the neighbours know that you got a different car. So that's probably why we've got so many cars on the road, hence why we've got global warming. Not just about the engines that we're using, it's about the fact that we've just got a throwaway society in terms of cars. So it'd be interesting to see what your views are on the matter. Now, can you remember the first car that you ever had and what it felt like owning that car? It'd be interesting to see what people's comments will be about what type of cars that they had when they was younger. But here's a good question. Out of all the cars that you may have owned, which one was your favourite one? Hit the comments and let us know. Okay, so the car has had its spring clean as promised, and it's time to wrap up this video. So, my take on what a good car used to be. Now, if you like the video, hit the like button, and if you'd like to watch more videos on this channel, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one.